Alrighty guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream. You know, it's been a couple days or so since we did our last live stream. Trying to get my sleep schedule back in order. But what's up guys? Hope everyone's doing good. We're going to go ahead and dive our way into this here as we do have ourselves some updates to give you regarding the severe weather. We got a couple days worth of severe weather heading up here, so we're gonna have to be watching out closely for that potential and everything like that. But what's up guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Let's go ahead and give a warm welcome to our friends and people here. We got Patty, we have Raven, let's see here, coverage, we have Peachy, what's up Azen, we have Lake Effect, Tabletop, Storm Chaser, Jalen, hey, let's see, Andy, let's see, Samuel, and of course everybody else who is here, but who's just not chatting. What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Anyways, y'all, well, we got ourselves a bit of things to talk about. We're gonna start off today. We're gonna hop our way over here to our day one outlook. So we don't got really much going on today. Dixie, no, I did not. What makes you say that? Anyways, but yeah, we do have ourselves not really anything expected here for today. Honestly, pretty bland. Hold on, my program's being a little iffy. Here we go. Yeah, we really don't have anything really going on here for today. It's tomorrow that we're going to have to be looking out there for, as we do have ourselves a pretty big slight risk here from the Storm Prediction Center, a severe threat level 2 out of 5. So we're going to have to be weather aware here for tomorrow, across places out here towards like San Angelo, Abilene. You know, this does work its way up here towards like the Wichita Falls area, in that level 2 threat for tomorrow. Let's see here, Odessa, Midland, Big Spring, Big Lake, you know, some of those regions. It doesn't mean that those areas will see severe weather. It just means that those areas are in the risk for severe weather. You know, some of those areas very well could be seeing some activity for tomorrow. What's up, Kristen? Hope you're doing good. What's up, Tom, Charles? Hope you're doing good. Let's see, Tabletop says, Andrew, do I know if there are any rumbles of severe... wait, hold on. Any rumbles of any severe outbreaks this Thanksgiving week? Traveling from North Carolina to Kentucky. Okay, so the only thing that we got really going on right now, severe weather-wise, is going to be for Sunday and Monday. So tomorrow and the day after tomorrow is going to be the days regarding severe weather. Now, obviously, isn't things, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, isn't Thanksgiving the 28th? I could be wrong. I'm not the best with dates, but I think I heard somewhere it's the 28th. Anyways, as of now, I don't see nothing, but the 28th is still a pretty long ways away. That's still, what, 12 days away, essentially, if you're not including today, which today is about halfway through. So, I mean, honestly, yeah, that's just too far too far to track. It's just too far out there. But so we'll just give that a couple days to marinate, and then whatever we get closer to it, then we'll talk more about that. But yeah, it's just so far, just too far away right now. Let's see here. What's up, Dixie? Saying good morning from Texas Hill Country. What's up? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Today was pretty nice in Mississippi. Nice. Let's see. Okay, cool. Thank you. I appreciate y'all for telling me the actual day. Anyways, but yeah, so tomorrow, guys, we're going to need to be weather aware overall. We do also have the possibility that a couple of those severe storms could work their way towards Oklahoma, but we'll have to kind of see that. The thing is that we are going to be having ourselves a threat also for, let's see here, also for Monday. Now, Monday starts actually a little bit bigger. It covers more area, but the threat is a little bit lower. So as you can see, we have a marginal risk, which is a pretty darn big marginal risk that we do got ourselves here for essentially Monday. Shoot, that goes all the way up towards like Kansas City almost. That's basically near Kansas City, including like Springfield, Joplin, Little Rock, Arkansas. See, Oklahoma City, Norman, Tulsa. Some of those regions out there. We got, just a little shot for a couple stray severe thunderstorms. Possibly even out there towards like western Mississippi. We have a cold front coming through. We'll get the models here in a minute. But yeah, we got a big old cold front coming through. Main concern, from what it looks like, is going to be like wind damage, but there is also a tornado threat from the SPC. Let's hop on back. Actually, I didn't mean to change it to day one. I just noticed I did. Let's hop to day two here. So, tornado probabilities here. Oh, shoot. That's new. They added a 5% risk. Okay. I literally did an update video not that long ago, like this morning. And that was just a solid 2%. Now it's a 5%. Oh, buddy. So, yeah, we're definitely going to try to pull some coverage on that. That's going to be needed. Anyways, but yeah, so we do have ourselves like Wichita Falls, let's see, Graham, Texas, Abilene, Snyder, and Sweetwater. These areas are in the 5%. So that's actually a little concerning. Yeah, whenever we get usually 5% or greater, that's kind of a decent tornado threat. It goes from isolated tornadoes to still relatively hard to come across, but it becomes the kind of maybe a couple of tornadoes from few to a couple. So there's a greater chance for tornadic activity here towards like north central Texas tomorrow, from what it looks like. But yeah, look at that, man. They actually did upgrade that. So the 2% risk even goes into like south Oklahoma, towards like Lawton and Altus. Those regions has the possibility. This morning has the Dixie, I saw the beginning of your comment, and that's what I started talking with. I cannot tell you how many times I do that. I usually don't do that. It's only when I'm streaming. Okay, anyways, let's try to repeat that. So, basically, here for day two, which is tomorrow. Tomorrow we will have a shot for a little bit of, a couple isolated tornadoes. So it is possible down there towards southwestern Oklahoma. So we'll have to see. Now, Dixie says this morning you did not have a hat. I did not. I just put that on for the stream here. Storm Chaser says, see ya, I'm in Florida urgently at my new house, but shouldn't have any severe stuff on my way back home. Hopefully I'm not any severe, Thanksgiving's just a little too far to track right now. It's just a little ways away. Honestly, like I've said this many times in my channel, on my streams and stuff. Honestly, I really don't like looking more than 5 days out, unless I have like some serious agreement. There is cases where you can have long-ranged model agreement. The most I've ever seen a model agree on something pretty spot on was about like two weeks out, but it's not good to look 2 weeks out. Really 5 days is kind of pushing it. The more that you I heard this, I don't know if it's true, but basically every day adds a 10% uncertainty. Like, for example, 10 days out would be basically 0% accuracy. And of course, you have like 5 days out, like 50% accuracy, 6 days out, 40% accuracy. So I heard that somewhere. I don't remember where I heard it. It's been years since I heard that. But bottom line, the further you look out, the more uncertain things get. Anyways, but yeah, so they did at a 5% tomorrow. So we'll have to look out there for that. Now, we do have the big slight risk for damaging winds and stuff like that. Big old 15%. So, the way that this works, guys, I know a lot of y'all probably don't know how this works, but I'll explain it to you. So, for example, let's just say you hypothetically live in Abilene. Anywhere in the anywhere in the 15% risk here. This is a 5% in the brown. Level 1 threat, level 2 threat. This is just a percentage of severe weather, or in this case, damaging winds. Now, whenever it comes to it, overall, hypothetically, let's say you live in Abilene, okay? So the way that this works is within 25 miles, okay, of a given area. So let's extend this out to 25 miles. There we go, perfectly. So that's 25 miles right there. So that's a 25-mile radius around Abilene. Now, let's just pretend that that's your house, or that's just where you're at, right? So what happens is that within this radius, okay, within this circle here, inside the circle, there in this case is a 15% chance that damaging winds, could occur. So, within a 25-mile radius of you somewhere. I mean, it doesn't mean it'll be right over you. It just means like within 25 miles, somewhere there could be, some damaging winds. Now, the wind range tomorrow is going to be ranging between like 60 and maybe 70 miles an hour wind gusts overall. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see how that goes. So we'll keep you posted. But yeah, so that's kind of how that works to the people who just doesn't really know how that works. Just hopefully that helps up clear some confusion and stuff. Same thing for the brown, 5% chance of, you can just see that it just kind of goes that way. Let's see here. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Just hope there won't be a snowstorm. No, my luck, there will be right when I'm driving through the mountains. Because we actually are watching a bit of a snowstorm here. Let's talk the models, y'all. We're gonna take a look at the models. Need to pull up the models. We'll see what's going on here. So, first of all, let's talk real quickly about this squall. Actually, real quick, I'm going to show you. Yeah, so there's another low that could develop here, maybe kicking up some snow up there towards the Appalachian Mountains. It's been pretty consistent. Here's the GFS. It's been fairly consistent. That low has been there for the last several runs. So the Ohio Valley is going to have to, possibly look out for some snow. That's going to be right around the 20th or so. It's about like 4 days away or so. It's been pretty consistent. Models have been talking about it for a little bit. Some runs a little heavier than others, but still not for sure quite yet. Nothing's certain. Also, Euro shows this too. As you can see, this is the latest Euro. Shows a possible good amount of snow. Because, what's happening here is you got this... so first of all, you have this system. There you go. You can see that cold front kicking off. That's going to be a long line of severe weather starting tomorrow. Then that's going to go into Monday before kind of dying off a little bit. That low moves directly north, bringing a lot of moisture to like the upper Midwest. And then what happens is we get this punch of cold air. You can see the blue here. This is kind of where the cold air is kind of really coming down. And then what's going to happen is we're going to get another low that starts to develop near the Ohio Valley. And so that's going to further bring in a lot more cold air. In which, that's going to be really, bringing in that cool air. And on top of that, there'll be some moisture kind of wrapping around overall, which could be snow. It could be cold enough to drop some snow, especially for those upper elevations, because they're just naturally cooler and stuff like that. Being, lower air pressure and, up higher and stuff like that. But anyways, So that's that. I just want to go ahead and mention that too. But let's go and get into more of that severe weather concern and stuff like that. We're gonna hop down to the southern plains overall. So yeah, look at that. I mean, this is Euro, obviously showing a pretty beefy line here. Now the problem, and what I'm a little concerned about, is the fact that a lot of this is going to be happening at night. There's going to be that nocturnal tornado threat, unfortunately. I mean, because look at this. This is literally for the time frame you guys can see in the top right here. This is for the morning of the 18th. This is like 1 a.m., so this would actually be midnight for this time zone here. But I mean, yeah, look at that. Like 1 a.m. I mean, we're talking early. And my sleep schedule's already pretty bad. I mean, I'm already up usually most of the night. So we'll be covering this. I will be covering this for you guys. We'll get y'all some good information out there and stuff. Help keep you guys safe and all. But yeah, I mean, that's going to be a pure almost night event, which will continue into the day of the 18th here. Overall. So yeah, we'll definitely need to be watching this here. The problem obviously with you knowing it being at nighttime is the fact that you can't see nothing. I mean, it's literally just pitch black at night, as you probably know. But the thing is, though, as well, is that these squall lines, these long lines of storms, what they can do is they can spawn tornadoes in the heavy precipitation. That wouldn't be so bad. The only problem is that due to high amounts of precipitation and like heavy rainfall, falling around the tornado, the thing is that that rain kind of wraps around the tornado, which essentially causes it to become, we call them rain-wrapped tornadoes, because the rain just wraps around them, and it just makes it. I mean, during the day, a rain-wrapped tornado you can't see, you cannot see it. So between it being nighttime and between it being rain-wrapped tornadic activity, that's an issue. That's a big issue. So do not plan. You can't see it. You can't. That's why this coverage that we're going to be giving you guys is going to be very important, because we have tools like Doppler radar. Doppler radar is amazing, dude. Oh my goodness, it's a lifesaver, man. I mean, literally, it can see through the clouds. It can literally see what's going on, which is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let's see here. It's cold in Michigan today, and I think it's been windier. Maybe. I haven't been watching up in Michigan. Let's see here. What's up, James? Hope you're doing good, man. Dixie says, my son's flying back to Denver on Tuesday. He's going to go back to cold from here in Southern California. Well, if he's flying back to Denver, if he lives in Denver, he's probably pretty used to it being cold. Let's be real. I mean, Denver can get pretty darn chilly, especially being up near those mountains and stuff like that. That could be pretty cold. Dude, I know if I experience... Okay, so I grew up in Virginia, so I'm used to I was used to cold and lots of snow from time to time. And I've been in Florida for the last 3 winters. I've lived here for over a year now, but I've came to visit my family here a lot. I've literally been here for the last 3 winters. I cannot handle 50s, 40s, and 30s. Like I don't know. I don't know how. It's just a thing I cannot handle anymore, dude. I've just adapted to it being so warm all the time, and the heat here doesn't really bother me as much as it used to. Anyways, bit off topic, but yeah. So we'll keep an eye out for severe weather. Like I said, this long line will really start to kick off here. I mean, unfortunately, we're talking after midnight, from what it looks like, and it looks like it'll turn into quite a line. The main thing is, like I said, the main threat. I mean, despite there being tornadoes and stuff like that, the main threat I think is going to be damaging winds. So we'll have to see how that goes here. I'm going to briefly switch you guys over here real quickly because I'm going to pull up another scene. We're gonna dive more into this here. I want to see a little bit more of the ingredients that we have in play, because I kind of waited to do that with you guys. So let's hop back. New page. Same models. Actually, we're going to use the NAM here real quickly. So, yeah, according to NAM, yeah, you can really see that line that kicks off there. I mean, literally, early, before sunrise and all that. Now, there's something we have that's called CAPE, which, lot of weather nerds and a lot of weather folks like me know what CAPE is. Convective available potential energy. Simple terms, it's like the fuel in the atmosphere, right? Think of it as your gas tank. That's how I always explain it. So, wow, that's honestly pretty low end. And there's not a lot of fuel in our gas tank here, but there's enough to get the job done, I think. Anything over 500 typically can... I mean, NAM shows like no instability. That's the thing. Working our way into early Monday. Yeah, I mean, there's some instability, but there's not a lot. There's got to be a lot of wind shear to make up for that. So our lower level, whoa, holy cow. Dang, dude, I haven't seen purple in a while on the low level jet. Okay, anyways, goodness, man, that is... Man, if there was more instability on that would not be good. But yeah, thankfully there's not a whole lot of instability available. But we do got the kinematics. We do got the wind shear. So basically what I'm saying here is that our winds in the lower atmosphere, this is a very key ingredient for like tornadoes and stuff, is to have strong lower level winds. In this case, northerlies, which is preferred for tornadoes. I mean, typically 30 knots, 40 knots or greater can, produce some decent tornadic activity if there's instability and stuff. Wow, man. Like 90 mile an hour lower level jet potentially, according to NAM. That is ridiculous. Like I said, I haven't not seen a lower level jet that strong in a while. It's been a while since we've seen that. But like I said, the good news, though, is the fact that instability, that fuel, is pretty weak. I mean, there's not a lot of energy, if any, in some cases. We'll see how this plays out. I also want to look at the other models, too, and see their opinions on this. Here's the NAM Nest NST, basically the NAM 3K. Yeah, I mean, like, it really doesn't look like it has a lot of instability. But we do have ridiculously strong winds in our lower atmosphere. So there's a lot of, that's probably why that risk is not that higher. But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of fuel, but there's a lot of. Okay, the best way I can explain this to you guys from a non-weather person, okay, especially to people who love like cars and stuff, right? Okay, so this kind of setup. Imagine a big engine, a really powerhouse. I mean, a big, strong V8 engine, a beast of an engine, right? With like no fuel in the gas tank, little to no fuel. That's kind of how the best I can explain this. Honestly, is like we have a big engine, but not much fuel to run that engine. It's kind of the best way I can explain that. But so. Like I said, if there was more instability, I would be a lot more concerned. But thankfully, I mean, from what the models are looking like, it doesn't look like it's going to be that much fuel in the atmosphere. I mean, there's a little bit. You can see here in the purple, that's like our thunderstorm juice. But yeah. So the problem, though, even with having such high wind shear in a low instability environment, is that damaging winds could be a big problem. Because essentially what happens is, as you may or may not know, thunderstorms have an updraft and they have a downdraft. So you have that warm air that rises and the cold air that sinks back down. Convection. So the problem is that downdraft, that air that comes back down, because it's got to circulate. Storms are convective, meaning that they kind of like a convective oven. They kind of recycle their air. Hot air rises, cold air sinks. So that cold air that's sinking back down, in theory, could push those strong winds, and they could angle them down towards the surface. So that's what I'm mostly concerned about. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of what I'm mostly concerned about. Is that downdraft? That cooler air sinking back down could bring some of that strong winds along with it. And because of that, I wouldn't be so surprised if they pulled a hatch risk for winds. I mean, we'll see how that goes. I'm not SPC, I can't be for sure, but I mean, shoot, yeah. I mean, look at that. That's RAP is even showing nearly a like 80 mile an hour, 70, 80 mile an hour lower level jet there. That's pretty crazy. Instability wise, kind of working on the fumes here. Don't got a lot of fuel to pass around, but we got enough, in theory, that should start some storms. How bad will these winds be? 60 to 80. It's a little hard to say. It really just comes down. It needs to come down to like how much instability will actually be in the atmosphere, and how strong the winds these actually will be. Because models ain't perfect, as you know. Whenever we have RAP analysis, like whenever the event starts or is about to start, we can have a better idea. But if I was to say based off of this, I'd say possibly 70, 80 miles an hour. Would not be surprised, given low instability, but really strong wind shear. Yeah, I'd say 70 to 80 mile an hour wind gusts could be possible out there. It would be much worse if we had a lot more energy. I mean, like I said, the energy is in the lower scale. It's down towards the bottom, low end, which, under 1,000 joules per kilogram of instability is not really a lot, but it can get the job done. I've seen tornadoes happen in only a couple hundred joules. So let me look at surface based. That's going to be very important too. Basically, the instability towards or near ground level. I believe SB Cape is 1 to 3 kilometer. Could be wrong. But anyways. That could really determine damaging wind. That could help us determine damaging winds too. Is SB Cape. Honestly, I mean, yeah. Either way, mixed layer or SB Cape. It's a pretty low instability environment here, overall. Let's see here. I'm gonna go ahead and scroll up in chat. Sorry guys, I've just been kind of observing this, not really paying attention to chat. I really need to more. Let's see here. Need to bring in the flag and secure patio furniture. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, Dixie, that's a great idea. And this really goes to you guys as well. Out here, it's better to be prepared than not prepared. Like I said, we have this long line of storms that's coming through. So prepare on some damaging winds. Prepare on some damaging winds. And like I said, honestly, really, if you're across, this area in here. If you have anything loose outside, I would highly recommend that you bring that in, or just strap whatever you have out there down. Like patio furniture or whatever. If it's light patio furniture, I mean, honestly, even then, I'd still recommend bringing it in, indoors, or put it in the garage for a little bit if you have a garage, or just put it somewhere indoors so it doesn't go flying. That wouldn't be very good. But yeah, I mean, really, my folks who's like in these areas here should highly consider, securing their stuff down and bringing in those light objects. So that's definitely something I want you guys to do. Let's see. Could these storms get bad on Sunday and Monday? They could. They could. And like I said, damaging winds I think is going to be the main problem. There could be a couple isolated tornadoes and stuff like that. Like I said, hopefully that instability isn't as strong, or it doesn't get any stronger. I mean, like I said, right now the fuel there's not a lot of fuel in the atmosphere. There's not a lot of CAPE, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Let's see here. Guess I'm not putting up Christmas lights tomorrow. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. I mean, the day after Thanksgiving, okay, I can understand that. I can respect that. But come on, y'all, it's not even Thanksgiving yet. I mean, Thanksgiving's still, over a week away? Come on, people. We're not even a month away from Christmas. I mean, shoot, we are like 40-something days, I think, away from Christmas. Anyways. I don't know. Let's see here. Is the hotspot for winds going to be southwestern Oklahoma and northern Texas, if I'm reading the map correctly? Yes, that is where some of the heaviest of the wind gusts are going to be out there. So let's hop you guys back over here. So this is SPC forecast here. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. So we do have ourselves a 15% risk for damaging winds. So yeah, and the main concern is going to be up here towards like north central Texas and stuff like that. We'll see if they extend that. I'm not too sure if they will or not. But yeah, based off of SPC's, Storm Prediction Center's official outlook, yes, the main concern for damaging winds will include like Texas, possibly areas out there towards like San Angelo, Odessa, Abilene, some of those regions, Wichita Falls, overall could see a fair amount of gusty wind potential. And like I said, in theory, we could be dealing with some winds. I'd say possibly even 70 to 80. We'll have to see how that goes. Considering lower level jet is pretty darn strong. Yeah, like I said, I really haven't seen a lower level jet that strong in a while. I mean, here we're going to bring you guys back. Bring y'all back to the models and stuff. But like, dude, like 90 mile an hour, 80, 90 mile an hour lower level winds is pretty strong. Pretty strong. Let's see. Good morning, Texas girl. Hope you're doing good. There are Christmas lights already up a few houses in my city. Oh, wow. It's too early, y'all. It's too early. Miss Halloween. I hear you, Court. I know you do. I do like Halloween, too. It's pretty cool. Let's see here. What's up, Overbuilt? Hope you're doing good. Peach says, I have to go soon. Oh, it's good, Peachy. You're good. Just appreciate you modding a little bit. But yeah. So like I said though, that lower level winds those are pretty strong. Mid level winds here. Let's look. Wow. Even our mid level winds. This is about 20,000 feet or so. 500 millibars. Correct me if I'm wrong. Here, let's grab a sounding in a random spot so I can just look at the altitude. 500 millibars is about 5 kilometers. However big 5 kilometers is in feet. Something around there. But yeah, so mid-atmosphere, basically, or mid-lower atmosphere. So, but yeah, it would definitely, even mid-level winds are pretty darn strong. Yeah, I'm super thankful that we do not have any more instability, dude. If we had an instability field of over 1,000 joules per kilogram, I would be extremely concerned due to the fact of, like I said, how strong this lower level jet really is. These last couple of severe weather events, including like the Oklahoma crazy day that we had a couple weeks ago. It's like, dude. That had like a lower level jet of I think around 40 knots or so. I forgot the instability, how much it was. But, this is like 90 mile an hour winds lower level. This is 850 millibars, which is like not high up, like 5,000 feet maybe, roughly 5,000 feet. That's not that high up, dude. That's really not that high up. Aviation and stuff like that, they're going to have a bumpy ride. They are going to have a heck of a bumpy ride. So if you have a flight going past or over Oklahoma or Texas for, like, Monday morning, yeah, you're going to run into some bumpy turbulence like that. Honestly, I don't even know if they're going to go around it or whatnot. But, yeah, rolling into, like, 100-mile-an-hour winds like that, that's, like, pretty crazy. Pretty nuts, man. Let's see here. No tabletop, you're good. If I was in northeastern Oklahoma, would I be worried about next couple days? So the thing is here, we're going to hop back over here real quick. So the thing is, for northeastern Oklahoma, we do not have a risk for severe weather as of now. For your area. That's for Sunday, anyways. Monday, we do have a marginal, level 1 severe weather threat. It's something you shouldn't ignore, but it's unlikely that you'll see anything. It depends. See, models and stuff like that, like we were looking at, doesn't really show a lot of fuel for storms near your area. You'll definitely probably get you'll definitely get precipitation from this. It's just gonna, kick up a bit of rain. But yeah, nothing really big. We don't have a breakdown like you can see here for today is day 1, tomorrow's day 2, day 3 is Monday. We have tornado breakdowns, like wind and hail breakdowns for the next 2 days, like for today and tomorrow. We can look at percentages, but Monday we can't yet because SPC doesn't do that yet. Who remembers when before SPC even had a day 2 tornado wind and hail threat? Does anybody guys remember that? That was like 2020, I think they did that. Could be wrong. But yeah, I mean, but overall, I mean, we'll see how that plays out. But I mean, a pretty big marginal though. Pretty big marginal here for Monday. So we'll keep an eye out there for Monday too. Overall, severe weather could reach up as high up north towards like Kansas City area. Or out there towards like Little Rock, Arkansas, or just Arkansas in general. Like western Mississippi, even a little bit of severe weather. Let's see. Rain coming at Mississippi, west data, November, Friday. What? Hold on. Rain coming at Mississippi, west data, November, Friday, 29th, 24th. Samuel, I don't know what you're talking about, man. The 29th is way too far out the track. You can't look that far. Like I said, even 5 days is like pushing it. Let's see here. Mega Man, I guess we can do a zip code for you. I guess do a couple of those here and there. Yeah, Irving's. This is out there by like Dallas, Fort Worth area. Yeah, so you're gonna want to watch out Monday. Let's see here. See Sunday. Yeah, Sunday you got a marginal, but yeah, going into Monday, it's gonna be your day. So Justin, we cannot look at the overall tornado threat for Monday. We only have that available for Sunday. So today being Saturday and tomorrow Sunday, we have that available. But we do not have that available for day 3 for Monday yet. Now why did I say Tuesday? Sunday's threat here. We can look at, which we have a 5%. Like I said, they actually updated that since this morning here. Overall. So we'll definitely need to be looking out here, especially out there towards like Wichita Falls areas, but Abilene, with that 5% risk for tornadoes that we do have, certainly is something we need to look out for. Now we did a little bit of a time. We'll look at timing real quickly, but we did a little bit of an update on timing on my video I made this morning for you guys. And models still seem to be a little iffy on the timing. I mean, like I said, this is mostly going to be a nighttime event, you guys, which I do not like at all. Is it not overly? Oh, there's just no precip. Okay, cool. I was making sure it wasn't. It looked like it wasn't showing any data. All right, so yeah, we work our way down in time. Oh, you guys can't really see the time here. I think I can fix that. Nope, that's not it. There we go. Yep, top right. So it looks like precip will start to roll in. I mean, you can see here, this is for the 17th, going into the 18th now, or coming up on the 18th here. So it looks like a lot of precip starts to kick off. A lot of storms and showers and stuff like that really starts to kick off across like New Mexico and like western Texas here, pretty much late tomorrow. But the main line, as you can see, really pushes through. Starts kind of, I'd say, right around, if not slightly before midnight, is like when things are going to really start kicking off there. And yeah, you can see that. There you go. Yeah, you can see that 5% risk area. The main threat's probably going to be between like midnight. Sometime a little after sunrise there too, so I'll be covering that. Is Southeast Connecticut going to get lots of rain and wind? Let's see. Yeah, probably for the 21st. That's still a few days away, but there's been talks of a low developing towards the Ohio Valley for the 20th. Could kick up some mountain snow. Not for you, but for areas like West Virginia and stuff could see that. But yeah, we'll probably see some rain 21st. We'll see. It's still not too for sure, but we'll get there. But it looks possible. Here, I'll show you what I'm looking at. GFS here. You can see those black lines. We call those isobars. They represent an area of equal pressure. So, for example, this isobar right here, this is 1,000 millibar pressure. So you can see pretty strong pretty strong storm out there towards like the Great Lakes region. Could kick up some snow, especially out there towards like those upper elevations and stuff. Could be quite possible. But yeah, for your area, you can see that. I mean, there's some of a quite a bit of a drop in pressure, which that will spark winds. Yeah, changes in pressure like that will cause the winds to get aggressive. Aggravated, I should say, is the word. Winds won't be anything like extreme though, so you'll be fine. Marcus, I'm not sure if Monday will be upgraded. Let's see here. Yeah, not too sure. Like I said, the way that it looks, and what we were looking at here, there's really not a lot of instability though. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. There's just really not. Like I said, there's just really not a lot of instability there. Texas Girl says about 11 miles northwest of Abilene. Gotcha. Yeah, so you're going to definitely want to watch out. Take this with a grain of salt. Take this lightly, because timing is not for sure. As of now, models are a little iffy with timing. This, since we're talking like about 2 days away. So take this lightly. Don't take this precisely, but just be like, okay, just a general around time. It shows between like maybe 2:00 a.m. on the 18th to like 6 a.m. So 2 to 6 a.m. in the morning of the 18th is roughly when you could get that line of storms. Remember, like I said, don't take that too serious. We had to give that a pretty big error margin, and even then, it's probably still going to be a little different. Yeah, models, once again, they ain't magical. They ain't perfect. They give us an idea. Sometimes they're pretty good. Sometimes they're meh. So just take that lightly. But yeah, that's what HRRR suggests on that 12 Zulu run we just got a little bit ago. Oh, let's see here. Future models have any snow risk for Kentucky or North Carolina on Thanksgiving week? So tabletop, that's a little too far out, man. Like we were talking about earlier. Obviously we are on the 16th, and like Thanksgiving week. What day does Thanksgiving week start? That's even then. I mean, the 20 Thanksgiving's on Thursday, the 28th. So 24th is Monday or Sunday or Monday. Monday, I think. And the 24th is way too far out to look. Once again, I don't like looking any further than 5 days. If you look any further than that, it gets a little bit iffy. Yeah. Honestly, that's that. Samuel, you asked that before, and I told you it's just simply, it's just simply too early. Or that's just too far out, I should say. Overall, too far out. But anyways, we're going to hop on back over here, y'all. Back to the models real quickly. But we'll definitely keep you guys posted with everything. We'll continue giving you all updates and stuff. But yeah, I mean, a lot of that precipitation starts to kind of roll in here. Kind of in the evening. Yeah, kind of in the evening here. Afternoon, evening here of the 17th. A lot of rain kicks up here. But the main severe weather event's not going to happen until like after midnight or right around midnight or so. So, we're gonna be up for some Early coverage. Most lines of storms have reduced tornado risk, though. I mean, that's debatable. I mean, it really depends on the setup. Yeah, I mean, I have seen squall lines produce quite a few tornadoes. I mean, I'm not necessarily good with dates. I don't really remember dates very well, but I have seen many events in the past that produce pretty good amount of tornadoes. No one system is the exact same as any other. They're kind of all unique in their own way. But yeah, that is pretty debatable. See, the 24th is on Sunday. Gotcha. Thank you, Gabe. Appreciate it. I'm surprised tornadoes even exist near December. It can happen. Conditions are right. You got strong lower level winds, instability, stuff like that. That'll get you some tornadic activity. Let's hop y'all back over here. Let's look at those temperatures. Yeah, those temps are probably going to crash a bit too. With this thing coming through. Oh, absolutely. Wow. You know what, y'all? We're going to have our first real taste of some really cold air out of the system here. I mean, we're getting a little far to the 20th here. This is like 4 days away, which is reasonable time. Let me look at Euro. Yeah, pretty on point. Look at this, though. I mean, look, lower 20s, maybe breaching the teens. It's getting a little cold out there. Here, let's hop. Definitely the mountains are going to get really cold. Some spots. Yeah, but this system here, once it develops and that low kicks up north, it's going to really drag down a lot of cold air from up north. Yeah, dude, look at this. This is for like upper elevations out there. This is for the 20th. This is for like the morning of the 20th. Take this lightly because this is still 4 days away. But negatives in some of those mountaintops. This is like western Colorado, which, I mean, they're high elevations. That's kind of expected. But it's pretty cold, though, I mean, look at that. So basically, like I said, what just basically is going on here is just, we have that low that shoots up to the north here. These guys, spin counterclockwise. And so basically, that's just it's just kind of dragging that air from up north down, that really cold Arctic air. It's just dragging it down. Meanwhile, it's not necessarily hot. It's pretty nice, but, a little bit of warmer air comes up from the south, from the Gulf and stuff. That's why we have such crazy events, as the mountains, can create these lower areas of pressure, can spark some of these systems here. And then, of course, we have, the Gulf, supplies a lot of warm and moisture-filled air. And then, of course, up north, bringing down that cold and dry air. So it's like two polar opposites. I mean, literally dry and cold versus warm and moist. So it's like, moisture and all that wise, temperature and moisture wise, it's like a complete difference. And that can create that instability and that buoyancy that we see. It's just like that temperature in action can really do such. I don't get why people live in colder states. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty. It is real pretty. Areas out west and stuff like that. I love a good snowy mountain, like with like a log cabin or something up there. It's super cool, super nice. I could get it for like vacation purposes, but like to live there, it's a little extreme. Deal with some of that heavy snow. I mean, like I said, I grew up in Virginia, and we had a few, fair amounts of snow. But anyways, yeah, look at this, though. You can see how tight these isobars are. Here, let me zoom in a little bit up to the north. You can see these. So, like I said, these are isobars, these black lines that you see here. And these represent an area of equal pressure. And you see how there's, like, a lot of these lines here. This is representing a drop in pressure. So because the pressure is changing a lot over a short distance, that's going to make it windy. Let's see if there's any wind or any way. Some of these models don't support wind gusts. And we can't look this far out, unfortunately. But look at this. Here's HRRR. Ahead of that cold front, could be quite windy. Look at that. 40s, 50s. That's in your inflow. So we overlay that. Yeah. Yeah, 40s, 50 degrees or so. Or, sorry, 40, 50 mile an hour winds. My brain's just everywhere. Sorry. But yeah. But the good news, like I said, though, is that it doesn't seem like there's going to be a lot of instability available. This event here could be a lot worse. And I'm very thankful it's not. Very, very thankful. If you guys have any questions, feel free to throw them down in the chat. I'm more than glad to help you guys out. I just want you guys to stay weather aware. Once again, tomorrow we're going to have to be on our A game here, guys. We're going to have to be weather aware. We're going to have to be watching the weather closely. Make sure you guys have a way to receive warnings. In my video I made earlier, you guys can go watch that after this live stream. In that video, I did show you how you can turn on those weather alerts. So I'll explain it to you again real quickly, so you guys can do this with me overall. So guys, what I want you to do, if you have an iPhone right now, find a way to watch this on your laptop or whatever you can. Or actually, you can still watch it while you're on your phone. I forgot that there's that feature. Anyways, so if you have an iPhone, this is how you turn on your weather warnings, okay? So I want you to go to settings. Alrighty, so go to settings with me. And once you're in settings, go to notifications. You should see a little bell thing. So you click on notifications. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of notifications. You should see 4 things: Amber Alerts, Emergency Alerts, Public Safety Alerts, and Test Alerts. You don't have to turn on Amber Alerts or whatever, or public safety alerts or test alerts. I don't have those on. But what you want is emergency alerts. So click on emergency alerts and turn that on. Let's see here. And you can just mess with the local thing. Local awareness. I would turn that on and always play sound. That's optional. But anyways, that way you guys can just receive those warnings. That's just a way that you guys can get the warnings. And of course, we do have weather radios too. I don't know where I put mine. They're like $30. You can get them Amazon or Walmart or Target, wherever. That way you guys can just have a way to receive warnings. And like I said, we'll also be live to cover some of this too tomorrow. So that way, if there is warnings being issued, we will be here for you guys. And we'll be able to show you guys kind of where all the warnings and stuff like that's going to be at, So we'll keep you guys posted. We'll keep y'all posted. We'll keep you updated and stuff. But yeah, overall, like I said, I do want you guys weather aware and everything like that. Here, we're gonna bring back up our day 1 outlook. Day 2 outlook. Yeah, so these are the areas we got to really be paying attention to for tomorrow. Once again, we have 2 different threat levels. We have the level 1 here in the dark green, and then we have the level 2 here in the yellow. So the greatest threat here is going to be in the yellow here. That's where you're going to have the greatest potential for severe weather. A little bit more common here, in the yellow versus the green. The green's a 5% chance of severe weather. Within your area. And then, of course, we have the 15% or the slight risk, level 2 threat. That's where the greatest concern is. Let's see here. Dixie Alley and the Midwest keep dodging these severe weather subs. Yeah, it's been mostly central and southern plain activity lately. It's kind of the pattern we've been in. Although it's been kind of quiet the last couple days or so. Hasn't been having a lot going on. All of our eyes has been kind of on the tropics and stuff. Samuel says, Indoor number 6, storm hurricane coming to Gulf, Mexico. So No. The good news is that what happened, obviously earlier we were, seeing that possibility that it could become a problem for Florida, but it's not. The good news is that storm was kind of hugging, not necessarily good news, but for us it's good news, but it was hugging close to like Honduras, which it still kind of is, which just allowed to dump a lot of rain. It's been bad out there, a lot of flooding, 20 plus inches of rain in some spots, pretty bad. But since that tropical cyclone has been, hugging land, it's really limited it to kick off. And actually, the new track shows this thing kind of going through the Yucatan. It's going to track back into the Gulf, but it doesn't seem like it's just going to be probably too dry. And I don't think the waters are necessarily, I think they can support tropical development, but they won't cause any explosive, anything explosive. So probably not going to redevelop. We're still 28 degrees Celsius waters out there, but like I said, probably dry air is going to take that storm. Here, let me look for sure though. Here, we'll bring y'all back over here to the models. This is tropical storm. Is it Sarah? I think it is Sarah. I've been calling it Sarah, but yeah, there it is right there. So yeah, GFS just has that kind of dissipating over the Yucatan Peninsula. Yeah, because previously a lot of the models were suggesting this thing kind of just sitting above, just kind of sitting there and eventually kind of pulling up and then pulling towards Florida. But thankfully what actually happened was that storm got a little too close to the land here. It's been just kind of sitting right on the coast. And then it's going to go a little bit more deeper into the Yucatan than previously I thought too. Some of that precip will be kind of shot towards Florida, but the storm will be long gone by the time it gets here. So that's thankfully good news. But yeah, let's look at moisture. I think it's just too dry. Yeah, there'll be a little bit of moisture left. You can see coming up through the Gulf. So that's going to be why we're getting that flooding threat out there towards like Florida for the 19th and the 20th. A little bit of flooding possible. Some models are suggesting a good like 8+ inches in some spots towards Florida Panhandle, but it won't be no hurricane or tropical cyclone at that point. Just rain. That's it. Just tropical rain. Nothing. Not even really winds either. I don't think will be there. It shouldn't be anything super crazy. But yeah, not a lot going on there. Thankfully, it could have been a whole lot worse, man. Could have been a whole lot worse. Once again, if that central low is much higher to the north, a good 100, 200 miles or so to the north, that could have been bad. And that's what all the models were suggesting in previous runs and stuff like that. But thankfully now it's been just kind of hugging the coast and limiting it overall. So very happy about that. Very, very happy about that. Yeah, then Euro shows like the same thing. A bit of moisture. The Gulf is just pretty dry right now. Not a whole lot of moisture to start with. But then that kind of runs into this this cold front we're getting here. Could supply a little bit of moisture overall. But yeah, no tropical activity for Florida, thankfully. Just a bit of rain, especially for the Panhandle. But all right, everybody. We'll be live. We've been live about an hour or so. I think we're going to roll off here for now. If you haven't already, consider leaving a like, hitting that subscribe button. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you guys could share this to your friends and family, anybody you can, really, just to help share that, get that word out there. We'll be live tomorrow. Cover this. We will be doing live coverages with you guys and, just helping you guys stay weather aware and stuff like that. So we will be here. We do have our merch and stuff like that. You guys can check in the description. We got some pretty cool stuff there. If you guys want to check all that out, we have our Discord and stuff like that there too. But yeah, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap it up, everybody. Yeah, we basically talked about everything we need to right now. We'll continue to give you guys updates. Tomorrow, like I said, we're going to go live for the event. Not sure what time we're going to go live, but it's going to be like, tomorrow night. We'll figure it out. But all right, everybody. Once again, thanks for joining. You guys take care. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your nights or your day. And we'll see about doing an update later. I can't promise that, but we'll see about it. Maybe a YouTube short live stream we can do later on. We haven't done one of those in a little bit, so we'll keep you guys updated with later stuff like that. But all right, everybody, thanks for joining. Stream's gonna head off here in approximately 2 minutes, so go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, your family, anybody you're hanging out with in the chat. And alrighty, everybody, thanks for joining. You guys take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will catch you guys in the next one. All right, everybody, thanks for joining. See ya later on. Peace out.